Without saying that all parents live a very busy lifestyle and they now have the added stress and responsibility of having to supervise homework every single day. Now, I know this firsthand because as a child, I was a bit of a problem with my grandparents with them having to monitor my homework progress on a daily basis when I was in primary school. So we've asked parenting expert Nikki Bush to help us solve this puzzle. Good morning, Nikki.
Hello, Katlego.
So there's the question. It sounds like a pretty easy one to answer when you start thinking, when should a child be bringing homework back to home for the first time?
Yeah, well, it actually starts quite early. From about grade 1, they bring home their first reader, and it's not a stressful bit of homework because it's generally 16 pages of the same word. So look, and your child is so proud because he can read, and it's so exciting. But then, of course, it becomes letters, numbers, and they have to practice, because the more a child practices, the better they get. So they're setting up the neural pathways in the brain for exactly the shapes and the forms that they're actually trying to do. And so there's always reading, and there's always writing, and then there's always maths. And it starts off just a couple of minutes a day, and they're very excited to begin with that they have homework. But you know, the excitement soon wears off by the end of about grade 2. When suddenly the homework goes from 15 minutes to kind of 20 minutes and then to half an hour, and then further up in primary school you're looking at 45 minutes to an hour. And when a child is in that level of school, they've been playing sport all afternoon or doing cultural activities, they come home, they're quite tired, and now we have to motivate them to do their homework, and the parents are also tired. So how do we get this whole mix going so that the homework actually gets done?
That's the question.
And it's not an ideal world anymore. You know, in the old days, I think our parents took us home from school more or less at the same time every day, sat us down at the same desk at the same time, and we quietly got on with our homework without many distractions. Now we have PlayStation, Wii, computers, we have...
TV was boring back then.
Yeah, absolutely. We didn't have much choice. Okay. And now we have the added factor of, say, busy parents who are taking children to private extramural activities after the school extramural activities, or taking one child to therapy while the other child is sitting on your lap or sitting next to you. So we're not necessarily getting home to do the homework, so homework has to happen on the run. So we might be doing homework on the side of the swimming pool while the sibling is in the pool. So the mother's got the child on the lap, they're doing their reading homework. Or they're sitting in the car, and they need to get the spelling done before they get to the next activity, because there's not enough time when we get home before dinner, bath. It's not ideal. It's not ideal, and for sure when you write exams and tests, you need to have a more controlled environment. But for the reading, writing and spelling, maths, it's not a bad thing to learn to do it on the run and to make use of the time you've got. But we also sometimes need to change the medium. They've been doing pencil and paper, pen and paper, books all day. Now we're tired, played 4 hours of cricket, now I don't want to do, you know, the homework. So we have to then engage them and reignite their passion for learning, and sometimes you need to change the medium. So I've got a couple of ideas here that might help parents to re-engage the interest in homework. Now this is just a whiteboard and a whiteboard marker, common old garden variety. You can find it in any stationery shop. And at
what age group would you be starting to use that?
From about grade 1, grade 2, you can do this. So, you know, they're practicing their numbers and they're practicing their letters. Excuse my writing, I'm not in school anymore. But, you know, there's magic in this, because you can just do that and it goes away. And if you've got old-fashioned tiles in your bathroom, you know, those sealed ceramic tiles, while the child's having a bath, they could also be practicing their spelling and their writing using a whiteboard on the old tiles. And
it's a nice environment, because you might, you know, have rubber duckies there, all these cute things where it's, you know, very colourful and very stimulating.
And also they're relaxed because, you know, they're in the bath. And then what about shaving cream when you're in the bath? Shaving cream on the tiles, shaving cream on the side of the bath, practice my spelling.
Oh, wow, I've never ever thought of that.
And then you can get bath crayons today, and those can be used on the side of the bath or on the actual tiles as well.
And then do you get the kids to clean it up afterwards?
And then they can clean it up afterwards. And then there are a couple more things here. These are called slick sticks, and they're wonderful crayons. There's a picture we've done with that. But they literally just go on, they just glide. And so you see there's a sensory thing going on for me. I feel what's going on the paper. I'm not just doing it, but it gives me a feeling which makes it more memorable. Okay. So when we're trying to remember spelling and stuff, do that, and using colour. It's really fun. A lot of the spelling and the times tables and maths homework only gets done in a jotter. It does not get handed in. So you can change the medium like this. You can do it on a piece of paper, you know, with something fun. How about these? Now, these are window crayons. These can be used on mirrors and on glass. So here, of course, we can have our little sums going on. 5 plus 5 equals 10. And they're just really awesome. They're a wax crayon, and they just wipe off with water, if necessary, a bit of Windolene, but really water and a cloth, and they'll come off. So we're just engaging the child, making it more motivational, more exciting to do the homework. And then the last thing I have here is something called a boogie board.
A BB board.
Boogie board, a boogie board, yes. So this is basically, it's got a stylus, and that's a beautiful picture. I don't know if you can see that. Right, no, my son did that for me. And then if you press the button, it just disappears. And now we can start all over again. So this has been my latest find. So when we're driving home in the car and we have to do spelling and that sort of thing. My son is in the front seat of the car and I'm testing him on his spelling. I can't write upside down. But, you know, and so this is really cool.
Yeah.
You know, and it's quite nice to be cool, and just change that medium will change their mindset and get them focused again and get the job done.
Thank you.
And if you've got kids who are quite sort of fractious and don't like sitting still, and we have those little girls who are very studious, and then we have little boys who want to move all the time. In between 10 or 15 minutes worth of homework, let them jump up and down, run up to the gate and back, time them.
Oh, just to
time them.
Some
Let's see how fast you can run to the gate and back. And then do it again, see if you can better your time. So get them to be physical. It also stimulates the brain and gets the endorphins going and gets the blood pumping to the prefrontal cortex, helps them to concentrate.
Nikki, thank you very much. As always, very interesting. Great parenting advice there from Nikki Bush. You can, of course, visit our website, expressoshow.com, and get all the advice you need over there. I think I'll use it.
Yeah, it's nice, eh?
Try it out. It's very cool.